The 2025 New England Patriots were one of the biggest surprises of the NFL season, finishing at 14-3 in the regular season. And the offense had a lot to do with that success. The team ranked second overall in points scored in the NFL. From a fantasy perspective, they produced multiple weekly starters, a true breakout rookie running back, and most important of all, they found Drake Maye. He nearly doubled his passing yards from his rookie season and exploded in the touchdown department. Drake Maye truly delivered in his 2025 NFL season. He had 4,394 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, and only 8 interceptions. Add on top of the 72% completion percentage and the 113.5 quarterback rating, Drake Maye was at a true MVP level. He also added on the ground 450 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. That adds major fantasy value to any NFL quarterback. When you look at the rushing production from the quarterback spot, the list of true dual threats are short. Since entering the league in 2024, only 3 quarterbacks have posted back-to-back seasons with 400 or more rushing yards in a season. The list is Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and now Drake Maye. Drake Maye was the main reason why the New England Patriots ranked 4th in passing yards overall, 2nd in yards per play at a 6.2 rate, and 2nd in net passing efficiency. And as mentioned before, Drake Maye had a ton to do with these numbers. And it goes to show, when a team lands a true NFL quarterback, things just fall into place, even if that quarterback is lacking at the pass-catching department. Stephon Diggs was not dominant, but he was solid. Booty flashed, but he wasn't consistent. Douglas was efficient, but he had low volume. This left the Patriots without a consistent weekly fantasy wide receiver for the entire season. Stephon Diggs was the closest thing to a wide receiver 1, finishing wide receiver 14 on the season, but only finishing inside the top 12 in 4 out of the 17 weeks this year. Very inconsistent wide receiver play. Kayshon Boutte, now in his 3rd year, delivered his best fantasy season of his career. Though best is a relative term. He averaged just 8.9 fantasy points per game, but he did have a career-high 6 receiving touchdowns. And when you look closer, nearly half of his production came in one burst. 47% of his total fantasy output, including 4 of his 6 touchdowns, happened between weeks 6 and 8. Without a solid wide receiver 2, that meant they needed to outsource their production to the tight end room. Hunter Henry has spent 5 seasons with the New England Patriots, and this happened to be his most productive season yet, setting a career high in receiving yards with 768, beating his previous personal best, 674, from just a season ago, also with Drake Maye. Hunter Henry was also one of the most efficient tight ends when it comes to scoring touchdowns, as he scored 1 on every 12.4 receptions this season. Hunter Henry was far more than a safety blanket for his young quarterback this season. He moved the chains 42 times on first down receptions and has evolved into a truly reliable weapon in that offense. And just at 31 years old, there's every reason to believe he's going to get more involved in the offense as Drake Maye progresses. Let's shift gears and talk about our breakout rookie running back, TreVeyon Henderson. The 5'10", 210-pound rookie out of Ohio State sure did impress in flashes. 1,132 total yards. That's what he achieved this season with 10 total touchdowns with a 5.1 yards per carry. Seems pretty elite for a rookie running back in my eyes. He finished as a top 15 fantasy running back, and he really gave the Patriots that dynamic dual threat weapon they lacked since, peak James White and early Ramondre Stevenson days. Henderson didn't begin to gain real momentum until about week 9, following Ramondre Stevenson's toe injury in week 8. From weeks 9 through 17, Henderson emerged as the running back 12 in fantasy football, averaging 17 fantasy points per game. During that stretch, he outperformed established stars such as Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, and he was just a few fantasy points shy of Jonathan Taylor. Ramondre Stevenson was surprisingly effective whenever he was on the field. Stevenson set a career high with 9 rushing touchdowns on the season. And that's impressive considering how quickly the public was ready to crown Henderson's takeover. Despite the noise, Ramondre Stevenson proved to fantasy managers that he can still get it done when given the opportunity. Not everything was rainbow and lollipops over there in New England. They did have some struggles, and struggles they did. The New England Patriots offensive line allowed 48 sacks, which ranked the 23rd overall in the league. That's not very good. Maye's mobility masked some issues, but it hurt consistency in certain matchups. A matter of fact, during the 2025 NFL regular season, Drake Maye led all quarterbacks in scrambles, with 62, showcasing his ability to extend plays with his legs. He was followed by Patrick Mahomes with 53 and Justin Herbert with 49, highlighting the growth of importance of mobility at the quarterback position. Even though the overall offense showed flashes at times and improved in 2024, the offensive line continued to be a major weak point that other units around the league exploited. It should be noted that rookie left tackle Will Campbell went down in Week 12 with a serious knee injury, and they also lost left guard Jared Wilson around the same time to an ankle injury. What are the New England Patriots going to need to continue success going into 2026? They're going to need a true wide receiver one. That offense needs a separator, a red zone threat, and somebody that can command 130 targets on a yearly basis. Let's face it, Diggs is aging, Booty is too inconsistent, and Douglas is kind of a non-factor, just a little slot guy with very low ceiling. A wide receiver one would elevate Maye to fantasy MVP territory for years to come. They also need to reinforce that offensive line to protect their franchise quarterback. Reduce the 48 sacks allowed. Reduce the total hits allowed. This is your franchise quarterback. You need to shore up the offensive line. They need to improve their interior pass protection, maintain strong run blocking. They were top 10 in 2025 in run blocking, and that's going to continue to grow with Trevion Henderson if they want to have success. The final takeaway for the New England Patriots was they were a top 5 fantasy offense with limited wide receiver upside. They were powered by Drake Maye, Trevion Henderson at times, and Hunter Henry. A true wide receiver one and better O-line play will help this team become a fantasy goldmine in 2026.